You know that it is harming you. It is harming you emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, in all the ways, but financially, you just can't see another way out. Here are some real practical tips and some solid solutions for you and the fastest and safest way for you to replace your income. And I promise you, you will be able to leave that toxic job. One of the biggest things and the saddest truths, quite frankly, that is holding women back from leaving a toxic job or a hostile work environment is the fear of losing their salary, which is viewed as stability and financial security. So if you are one of those women who is on the fence right now and you know with every part of your aching soul that your current situation, your current employer, your current job is toxic, the work environment is hostile, it is no longer a job that is serving you well, it is no longer conducive to your lifestyle, and you know that it is harming you. It is harming you emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, in all the ways, but financially, you just can't see another way out or a way out, period. Then stay tuned because in this video, I am going to be sharing how to replace your high-paying corporate salary so you can leave that hostile work environment for good. Okay, let's go. Hey there, Queen. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you stopping by. Hey, listen, whether you're new to me or true to me, I appreciate you stopping by, checking out my channel and seeing what I'm up to these days. So if you are a high achieving woman entrepreneur over 40, a woman of color, a woman of the LGBT plus community, then listen, if you are feeling squeezed between success and satisfaction, you have found your sanctuary, okay? My name is Katrina Marie. I am your new favorite coach and your biz bestie. All right. Katrina Marie, also known as the Boss Chick Biz Coach. And of course, your fearless leader. And I am a holistic business coach, an RN health and wellness educator. And I am here to resuscitate your life and your legacy. I do this, number one, by helping you to heal internally so that you can expedite your external success. Two, by helping you exit a corporate career if it is a job that is toxic. And three, I teach you how to build an aligned and profitable brand and business in the online space without sacrificing your soul and sanity or compromising your health and happiness. So if you are ready to design the life you dream of, desire, and deserve, and claim a life of peace, pleasure, power, and profits, then girl, I invite you to, you already know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now, right now, okay? And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode. So here's the truth, and here's a scary thing too. It's a scary truth, okay? Oftentimes when we are thinking about what it is costing us to leave that good paying job, that job with good benefits, we're thinking about leaving a toxic job, a hostile work environment, but we don't necessarily think about, and it doesn't really occur to us, what it is costing us to stay, what it is costing us to stay. And so oftentimes we are prioritizing the wrong things. And I want you to simmer on that for just a moment. Okay, I'm going to give you just a moment. I want you to really sit with that for a moment. What is it costing you to stay? I know that money is important. I am never going to tell you that money is not important. It absolutely is. It is important, especially when your job, which is just over broke, it is designed to keep you just over broke. When it is the only source of income stream that you have and you have nothing else to depend on, it's not necessarily the most important thing, is it? Not the most important thing, right? When maintaining your peace and sanity are the most important things. Making sure that you don't bring that toxicity that is building up in your body to home to your family. Making sure that doesn't spill over into other areas of your life. Making sure that that residual does not linger on in any aspect of your life. That is what's important. What we don't want to have happen is that your employer breaks you down so much that you turn into damaged goods, damaged baggage, that you now have to find a way to piece all of your parts and pieces back together again to make yourself whole and complete and feel happy again, right? We never want to get to a place where any one entity, your employer in this case, has that much power over you. So no damaged goods, no damaged baggage, right? We want to make sure we maintain our peace and sanity. You also don't want to ever be in a desperate place or in panic mode, like when the fire is blazing and the smoke is suffocating and you're like frantically searching for the exit door. We never want to get to that place, ever. So here are some real practical tips and some solid solutions for you and the fastest and safest way for you to replace your income. Let's get into it. All right, number one, numero uno. Now I know, I can already hear you. I know this is going to sound cliche. We hear it all the time, but there is really truth to shifting your mindset, and that's the first thing we've got to do. Why? Because right now it is your mind that is keeping you trapped. It is not that job. I need you to hear me on this. It is not that job. It's right here. You have convinced yourself that there is absolutely no escape. And when in fact there are lots of open doors and all you have to do is choose which one you want to exit out of and walk right on out. Yes, that does come with a little bit of planning at times, but that is if you're in a job that no longer serves you. Not when there is a fire in the building. When there's a fire in the building, we got to do what we already know we got to do. Right now, we're talking about toxic jobs and hostile work environments. In this case, we're talking about the fire in the building. We're talking about the smoke is getting heavy. We're talking about what we've got to do right now to get out. Okay. It is an emergency. It's urgent. It's critical to your health and well-being. One of the things I need you to do first and foremost is to reprogram your mind with reaffirming thoughts and making sure that you replace all of that negative self-chatter, that dialogue that you keep telling yourself and having with others. Stop letting other people project their fears on you. Stop allowing other people to have these conversations with you. In fact, stop asking those people who refuse to do nothing at all but bitch, gripe, complain, okay? I'm just saying, kick, scream, and holler. They're willing to do all of that all day, every day. Those are the biggest complainers, but they're not willing to do what it takes to get out. Stop letting those individuals come to you and tell you that, girl, you just need to stay and stick it out. It's going to get better. Or I know that, you want to leave and that the job's not treating you right and that people here are, like whatever the conversation is. Don't let them talk you into or convince you that it's okay to stay. Don't let them make you feel like you're a loser instead of a winner because you're walking away. Sometimes you got to choose your battles. And this might not be a battle worth attempting to win because you are fighting a system, a broken system, a large corporation, and they have in place everything that you couldn't even begin to imagine on the other side where you have not yet sat, perhaps. I've been on both sides of the fence as a frontline contributor, a frontline worker, an employee, and I've been an employer, and I've also been in leadership for a very long time. I know what it's like. I have an HR background. I have a legal background. I have a business background. I've been in corporate America for 30 long years. I know what I'm talking about. On the other side, it is not going to be a good look for you to stay. It is not going to feel good to your soul to fight it out with people. I mean, it's like literally you're signing up to dance with the devil. Okay. I'm just being honest. I've been there. I've done that. I know what it requires to go through all of that. I know how hard, how difficult, how challenging they make it for you to leave. And I also know how challenging they make it for you to stay. Staying, though, is definitely the wrong answer. If this was an open book, multiple choice test and the answers was A, B, and C, get out now, wait and fight it out, battle it out, go to HR to see if you can get help. They're not on your side. Do all of the above, do none of the above. I'm telling you the answer is A. Get out, sis. Get out. Get out while you can. I'm so serious. It's not worth it. Just go. Just get out. Reprogram your mind with reaffirming thoughts that you know what? Maybe it is just me. It is. I'm telling you it is. You're telling yourself what everybody else has been brainwashing you to believe and what you have learned over the years and what you continue to think about is only the money and the what if factor and playing out the, oh my God, if this happens, then what does that mean? If this doesn't happen quick enough, if I don't get another job fast enough, if I don't, whatever, you know what I mean? then XYZ. Don't do that. Let's go ahead and speak a better life for ourselves because we know there lies a better life for ourselves because other people have proven that they can do it. So what makes you so different? It has been proven time and time again that it can be done. So what makes you so different that you can't do it too? You're just as smart, just as educated, just as talented, and just as deserving. You're worthy of getting out of that toxic job, okay? So that's number one. Shift your mindset and get around other people who are supportive of this idea. Get into the right communities who are speaking the same language as you. Make sure that you are surrounding yourself with the positive energy, not the negative energy that's spewing into your life, okay? Because those are the things, that's the energy that you don't want. That's going to keep you up at night. That's going to keep you second guessing yourself. That's going to keep you doubting. It's going to keep you stagnant. It's going to keep you stuck. It's going to keep you still. It's going to make you feel like you don't need to make any movement because you're going to paralyze yourself with that fear. Don't do that. All right. Number two, numero dos. Start where you are, work with what you have, and do what you know. What does that mean? That means I want you to do, and I seriously want you to do this, so go ahead and take out a piece of paper and do this. I want you to do it, and then do it as you listen. I want you to learn and do. That's what leaders are. They're action takers. They're fast decision makers. They're solid in their decisions. So let's get solid. Let's take fast action. Let's get into radical action so we can move out of the position we're in right now. Start where you are, work with what you have, and do what you know. That means I want you to do a self-assessment thinking about what do you already do in corporate America right now? That's where I want you to start. It doesn't mean that's where you need to stay. It means this is where you need to start. We have to start somewhere. Why not start with what we already know? I want you to remember that your employer hired you based on your skill set. They hired you based on your skill set, your talents, your God-given gifts, your experience, your education. All you need to do is then take that, package it up so that you are then the expert in that thing that we need to now put out into the world. I want you to leverage those skills. I want you to leverage the talent you have. I want you to leverage your God-given gifts. I want you to leverage your education. I want you to package that all up. You are the package. You understand what I'm saying? You are the package. And so we're going to monetize you. If your employees saw you as worthy enough to hire, if they saw you as valuable enough to hire into the position you're in right now, if they saw you as someone who can contribute to this role that you are in right now, then why don't you think highly enough of yourself to package yourself up in a way that you can put yourself out into the world, offer your services to people who need it, who would handsomely pay you what your work is worth and what you're really worth. They're not going to put a cap on it. They're not going to max it out. You get to determine what you're worth. You get to determine what your work is worth. And that's what you're going to place a value on. Now, some examples of that is like if you are a doctor, a nurse like I am, a therapist, or some other type of healer, if you are a paralegal or an attorney, or a coach or a consultant or some other type of service provider. What is the thing you are most passionate about? What is the thing that you are skilled at the most or specialize in? Like, what is your zone of genius? Where do you shine? Like, what is it that you can do right now in this moment today with ease that just comes easily and natural for you? Like, you don't even have to think about it. You could practically do this thing in your sleep. What is that thing? What is the thing that everybody comes to you and says, girl, you are so good at whatever. How did you get from here to there? Point A to point B, C, D, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? What was the path you took? Because man, you really are so intelligent. I love the way you break this down. Whatever it is that people are constantly coming to you about. Maybe they come to you like in my case, people always came to me wanting to know how I did something, right? Especially some level of success I had in my personal and or professional life. And people would also come to me to talk to me about things in confidence because for some reason, even though they didn't know me, something about my aura made them feel, my demeanor, my energy made them feel like they can come to me and talk to me about just about anything in confidence and that I would keep this information in the strictest of confidence and wouldn't say a word to anybody. The only way somebody else would know is if they shared it. So what is that thing that you do, that you specialize in, that people come to you for, that they ask you about all the time, that they're always, just in conversation, you've always heard people say, girl, you are so good at that. What is that? That's what you should be doing right now. Another example I can give you with myself is that when I first started this business, first of all, I've had several iterations. I started off as a career transition coach and startup business expert, but I always incorporated something to do with health because that's my background. And so I decided in my now, I believe, third iteration of this business that I've been running for 8 years now in coaching and consulting in the online space specifically, I'm I want to make sure that everything I'm doing encompasses literally is in alignment with everything I've done, what I know, and who I really am and what I stand for, what my philosophies are, what my approach is, what my methodologies are, all of that. So I said, well, you know what? I don't want to extract anything from what I already know. I want to actually package all of that up into one thing. And that's because I don't like to feel boxed in or limited or restricted in any way. So how can I take all of what I know and combine it, right? So I have 30 years of experience in corporate America. I've worked 25 years as a nurse. I've done a lot in nursing, traditional and non-traditional roles. I've been a leader for that length of time for the most part. I have worked, I've done coaching and consulting in different spaces. I've run my own business. I own and operate, a business now, right, in the coaching and consulting space. I have a legal background and all of these things. How can I take and blend it to serve the community, the population of people I want to serve? How can I take that and blend it? And that's exactly what I did. And so that's why I now describe myself as a holistic business coach, not just a business coach teaching you about how to start a business, how to grow a business, how to sustain a business. There's plenty of that out there. I take a very unique approach in that I utilize my nursing background and all of my experience in corporate and all of the things I just named to teach you exactly how to grow, again, an aligned and profitable online brand and business, considering everything health. You don't need to be on the struggle bus and struggle your way to success. You don't need to be hustling hard. You don't need to work excessively hard. You can work in your feminine, fabulous energy, flowing freely with grace and ease. You do not need to struggle hard on your way to success like you did when you're in corporate America, or like you are right now in corporate America as you're crawling and climbing and clawing your way to the top to hit the proverbial glass ceiling. Just to get there to find, you're not going to be happy anyway. It's not going to be as fulfilling as it would for you to do what really brings you joy. So don't let this job steal your joy. But those are examples. One more example I can give you is, what is her name? Dr. Mary Claire Harver or Haver, I believe. She's an MD. I don't even believe she practices at the bedside anymore. All she does is focuses on HRT, hormone replacement therapy. She specializes in this, and that's all she studies. That's all she preaches and teaches. That's what she talks about on all of her social media platforms. So that's all she does. And she specializes in this area. And guess what? That is so great because here's the thing. The beautiful part of all of this is you don't have to do all the things, okay? You can just do the one thing that you're great at and stay in your lane. That is niche marketing at its finest. So that's what I want you to focus on is start where you are, work with what you have, and do what you know. If you are a teacher, I want you to teach because that's what you're great at. If you are an advocate for a cause, a worthy cause, start advocating. Okay. If you are a freelance writer, start writing, start blogging, get out there, guest post, guest write, guest blog. If you are a caretaker, if you are a cook, whatever it is that you are great at doing, do that. None of these require more degrees, more certifications, doesn't require a license, it doesn't require a permit, it doesn't require anything else. You already have what it takes. You are equipped right now with what it takes to succeed. You have everything within you. You are all of the ingredients, darling. You are the secret sauce. You are the entire recipe. You feel what I'm saying? You are that. So be that. Listen. If you're getting what I'm giving and you love these gems I'm dropping, go ahead and leave a comment so we can get this discussion popping. All right. I'd love to hear your takeaways so far. What hits home with you? What resonates? Let me know in the comments below right now. Now, let's get back to business. Okay. And so the third thing is that when they go low, we go high. When they go low, we go high. Where have you heard that before? I know you know it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Somebody. Come on. I know you got it. Go ahead. Yes. Right here at Shared Visions, we use the Michelle Obama business model, okay, she didn't say working smarter, not harder. That's been a thing. But that's how we get to the working smarter, not harder, okay, is that we use what I call the Michelle Obama business model, okay, to get to the bag. Seriously. So what does that mean? It means that when you are escaping a fire, aka your job, your toxic job, the hostile work environment that we started this conversation on, that thing, yeah, we need to get rid of that devil, okay? We need to get rid of that demon. That is a devil you don't want to dance with for real. And so, girl, we cannot afford when there's a fire in the building to just take baby steps towards the exit door. Oh no, we got to run towards the exit door. We got to take leaps and bounds. We've got to stride, big, long leaps and strides towards the exit door. You know what I'm saying? We cannot afford to take baby steps. If you do that, what's going to happen? You're going to get burned, right? You're going to get burned. So we got to get to that nearest exit door right now. Like right now. Okay. That means that we've got to go high when everybody else is going low. Everybody else is reaching towards the bottom in business. Like we need to reach towards the top. Listen to me when I tell you, we're talking high ticket offers, high end offers, not the low ticket stuff. There is a place and a time for low ticket, but it ain't now. Not when we're trying to get out. Okay. So when you are a high income earner, hear me on this. When you're a high income earner, you're making in the, six figures, high six figures, low six figures, mid six figures, doesn't matter, but you're a high income earner. You cannot afford to sell products that cost you $10, $20, $30, $50, $97 for the people that you're selling it to. Can you imagine how long that is going to take you to get to your $150,000 a year job or $200,000 or $300,000, depending on how much it is you're making, based on your role, or even just, $100,000, and maybe you haven't quite hit that 100 grand, but you're making close to six figures, whatever it is for you. The question remains, how many products, packages, services can you possibly sell at that dollar amount, that very low dollar amount, and think you're going to get out of your job anytime soon? So we've got to go high ticket. There's no other way to do it. Okay. Seriously. So if you really want to take the fastest route to quitting your job, then you have to go for the big bucks, the big bucks, right? And that means we are going to create a high value, premium priced signature offer. It's a premium price that offers high value. It's a premium price for your package, your programs, your products, your services. That means we are talking at minimum $2,500 all the way up to $20K and everything else or more and everything else in between. I mean, we're talking $5,500, we're talking $10K, we're talking $20K, $30K, whatever it takes to replace your income, because the more that you charge, again, you're offering a lot of value, but the more that you charge and sell it, of course, to the clients who will be willing to pay because they have the financial means to do that, okay? And they need what you have. It's a demand in the market for your service or your product or your thing, okay? Whatever it is that you're selling, your knowledge, then do know that, again, we're talking like this, you're only going to need a couple of clients to hit your revenue goals on a consistent and monthly basis. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you package yourself up in such a way and you use the gifts and the skill sets and the talents and your God-given talents and all the God-given gifts that you have right now, and you start a high-end service-based business model right off the bat, then I promise you, you will be able to leave that toxic job. If you are ready, type ready to cut the corporate cord to a corporate America and become the CEO of your life, your business, your brand, then I want you to grab your copy of my quick start guide. So we're going to dive into 7 steps. I only gave you 3 here today. 7 simple steps for you to do just that. The link is going to be in the banner, but also we'll link it in the description below this video. Okay? All right, now boss chicks, that's my time. I'm going to tune out while you tune in. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and what your biggest takeaway was. Listen, as always, until next time, I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you.